Hey everyone, I chose to use the fiction book The Day the Crayons Quit by Drew Daywalt. This book is about a boy who wants to color, but when opening the crayon box, the boy Duncan finds letters from his crayons. These letters use a lot of punctuation to show the expression from each crayon. For my first lesson, I chose the 4th grade writing standard W.4.3.C. Use a variety of transitional words and phrases to manage the sequence of events. Each letter uses transition words so the reader understands which crayon wrote the letter. I also focused on the craft move punctuation to create voice, specifically commas used after transitional phrases. The central focus for both of my lesson plans was the essential literacy strategy in this learning segment is composition, specifically revising a draft. The related skills that support the essential literacy strategy are using language conventions, which include spelling, grammar, and punctuation in writing. The real-world connection is this learning segment will benefit students' ability to communicate in oral and written forms as well as enhance their ability to read with the appropriate expression. My objective for the first lesson was, by the end of this lesson, students will be able to write a transitional phrase followed by a comma in the appropriate place. The condition being, by the end of the lesson, the performance, students will be able to write the product, a transitional phrase followed by a comma, and the criteria in the appropriate place. I chose to use the language function evaluate. Technology would be a document camera, projector, and a computer. The discourse for this lesson, commas are punctuation marks used to indicate a break or pause between words. Commas can be used to separate words in a list, indicate a pause between or after phrases or clauses, and separate ideas in a sentence. That would be the format for how conversations and discussions occur in the academic discipline. To assess the students, I'm going to ask them to write a narrative letter from the perspective of a crayon that begins by including a creative transitional phrase followed by a comma. To differentiate for students that may have learning difficulties, I'll provide a pre-written crayon narrative and ask them to insert commas after the transitional phrases. So to launch this lesson, I'm going to have the students at the carpet, and I found a great YouTube video that reads the book aloud with a lot of expression, better than I would do. Then I followed the Craft Moves book and kind of adapted one of their lessons by finding examples from the book. So that I would show them the example without the commas and then insert the comma where it's supposed to be. So one day in class, comma, Duncan went to take out his crayons. Then the we do, I would have student volunteers add the comma where it's supposed to be from examples from the text. So I would be projecting the examples without the commas. Then the you do, where they're independently working, I would invite them to craft their own letter for a color that was not mentioned in the book, like teal, and encourage the students to create a transitional phrase to begin their letter and to place the comma in the appropriate place. At the end of the lesson, I would just have them write a 3 or 2 or a 1, depending on how they feel about their understanding of using commas related to transitional phrases. Moving on to my second lesson, same central focus, same real-world connection. I used the content or the language standard L.4.3.C B, choose punctuation for effect. My objective was, by the end of the lesson, students will be able to write a sentence ending in an exclamation point in at least one place in their draft. The condition being, by the end of the lesson, the performance students will be able to write the product, a sentence ending in an exclamation point, and the criteria in at least one place in their draft. I also used the language function evaluate. Same technology. The discourse for this lesson, end marks or punctuation used at the end of a sentence. These marks direct how sentences are read. A period is used to stop a sentence that is merely stating facts. An exclamation point shows excitement. A question mark indicates the writer is asking a question and their voice should go up at the end of the sentence. To assess the students for this lesson, I am going to ask them to add to their draft written in the previous lesson a sentence that ends in an exclamation point. For students that may not be able to do this, again, I'm going to provide them a pre-written narrative and ask them to change one period that should be an exclamation point. I would make it obvious that excitement would be in that spot. The launch of this lesson would just be asking the students what ends a sentence. Most of them would know the 3 punctuation marks used: a period, a question mark, and an exclamation point. I adapted lesson 8.2, Never Fear, End Marks Are Here, from Patterns of Power, Inviting Young Writers into the Conventions of Language. It's on page 165. Excuse me. I don't know why my voice is really crackly right now. For the I do, I invited them to notice an excerpt from The Day the Crayons Quit that showed exclamation points being used. Not so much for excitement, I mean kind of excitement, more for like emphasis on like that the crayon's upset, which I guess is excitement in a sense. So then I would ask them what they noticed and keep the discussion going about exclamation points. Then the we do, I created my own version, which kind of imitates what was written in The Day the Crayons Quit. And then I would ask the students to compare and contrast this with the example from The Day the Crayons Quit. Then we would say the focus phrase. I use end marks to help the reader. And the you do, what I would ask them to do is invite them to imitate independently by writing their own sentence to add to their draft from the previous lesson that includes a sentence with an exclamation point to show excitement. Again, I would have them reflect, doing a 3-2-1 sticky note. That way I can give students more support and know which ones need the support more than just from their assessment, but also from how they're feeling. I think I covered most of the points in my lessons. I would hope that it would be more engaging when it's actually done in a classroom and not just talked about, because it sounds kind of dry. Let's see if I missed anything. So the writing trait that would be practiced would be conventions, and this would help students with the composition revising a draft because they would eventually be able to change their drafts, the craft moves in it specifically, to include these parts of writing. I guess it would be more editing since it does include grammar, like, and commas and things like that. Anyways, that's my snapshot. I don't know where I'm going. Where's the pause button? Okay, bye!